Welcome back, Motor Sokas.
This time it's for the money. Always wanted to
Show
say that.
me the money.
Always
Jerry.
wanted to say that.
Show me the money.
Mother Soka.
Can't get jiggy with this. Most Hated Podcast, episode 11.
You
we
recording?
back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we record. We on. Where's
All
my
right, we
snare?
say it all the time, but we back. Say it every time. We back. Oh, okay. My headphones loud. All right.
Let's get it.
All right, man.
Man, you know what today is, right?
It's game day,
It's game-
baby.
It's game time. It's for the money.
This time it's for the legacy.
It's for Kobe, man.
For Kobe, man. For Kobe.
We doing it for a bigger purpose. So yeah, let's just get straight into it, man. Finals game 1. LA Lakers, Miami Heat, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 o'clock Pacific time.
Pacific time. Nah, you right. They in Florida, so it's always on East Coast. Okay.
Well, yeah.
All right, man. We talked about this before, but we all know. But who you got?
Of course, I got Lakers. The question is how many games. I'm gonna give Miami some respect, and I'm gonna say Lakers in 6.
Okay.
I feel like Miami is scrappy enough to pull out 2 of them, just off of the Lakers role players having some bum days. So, but what you got?
So the genius analyst here, Paul Honeywood. We didn't even introduce ourselves. See that?
I mean, if they don't know us at this point.
I am the Podfather, Honeywood, Paul Honeywood. We got Keno's Davis, who's always wrong.
They call me Fax Kellerman.
Keno's been wrong every time he make a prediction.
Don't call me Max Kellerman. Call me Fax Kellerman.
You
'cause
said,
that's all I spit.
hold up. Let the audience know. You said Pelicans making the playoffs.
I mean,
You
those
said
are just
you
hope-
said
those are just
Blazers in 3 or whatever.
Guess who?
I don't know. You said the Clippers were good.
I mean,
A lot of things
they
have
folded.
happened. A lot of things have happened since we recorded.
Oh yeah.
And you've been wrong
Yeah.
on every single thing.
Well,
I told y'all.
I have my logical picks, and then I just have my
No.
nonsense picks.
You just take what I say, all right? Because you've been wrong every time. Let me check my cash out, because every time I look at it, say Keno's Davis has sent you some money because you lost.
This man had won 1 bet.
2.
And he talking crazy.
2. I said Zion wasn't.
And they were nonsense.
I said
bets.
Fazion Williamson was not going to start the season, and he didn't. And they weren't going to make the play. Oh,
Ooh.
and I said John Morant was going to get Rookie of the Year.
I know for a fact I have called every series in this
hell
playoffs
no.
at least by 1 game.
No.
By
Anyway.
1 game off. If
Anyway.
that. I called Nuggets beating the Clippers in 6. People was like, "What?"
I don't
I'm
trust
okay,
that.
it went 7. Cool.
I don't remember that.
Miami and Celtics. I picked Miami in
You
6.
didn't even pick Miami. I said Miami going to beat the Bucks. I said
that too.
You did, but you didn't say
Said
that.
that. We both said that earlier. I think we said that on like the first episode.
Yeah,
I
we
will have to
did.
go back and look at it.
But back to what I was saying, because trust me, y'all going to listen to this because I'm right. The Lakers are going to win in 5. Man,
I hope so.
they might win. It might be 6,
let
but
me tell you something. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I always have multiple opinions about one thing in a way. So like, I give Miami respect. I'm borderline got anxiety about it because they're actually a well put together team, from youth to ability to score to veteran presence to overall great organization. Like they have a lot going in their favor.
Well,
you know what I mean? So they're not a team you can necessarily like just sleep on. Like AD and LeBron can't just roll up in there. Like I'm gonna tell you something. I be reading people and how people act, especially during like championship games, during the game and stuff like that. AD getting a little too jolly on the like they're kind of acting like they won a little bit already, and I think that's a
well,
can't
you
go
seen
into it
LeBron's
like that.
face. You seen him.
Now he's being serious.
Yeah,
he's being serious.
But I'm gonna tell you. So I'm gonna break it down for those who wonder why I said 5. Look at the matchup. So it's Goran Dragic and huh?
He hooping though.
Yeah, so
He's 35. He hooping though.
But what I wonder is Frank gonna start Rondo
Or Caruso.
I don't think he's gonna start. I mean, First, I think it's going to be the first game. See, okay, this happens every series. If you notice, the Lakers have lost every series, first game.
Right.
Because I think Frank's trying to figure out what he wants to do.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think so. Do you want to start? See, I forgot Caruso, but I don't know. Did Caruso start when everyone came back? Because I thought it was Danny and KCP.
So. I think Caruso had started because he started playing a little bit better. You know, Caruso was being kind of passive early on, like he wasn't like taking his shot, but now he's more aggressive. So I think he started at least a few games.
But what I want to say is, so depending on what Dragic does, are they if they start Danny Green, Dragic's gonna kill Danny Green.
And Danny Green been playing bad lately.
That's Dragic's gonna kill Danny Green.
Danny Green been pissing me off.
They gotta
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, he's old too. People don't realize Danny Green's old.
But he acting like he like one step from the wheelchair. Like he like acting like he can't.
But that's true though. That's bad when you got Shaq trying to teach you how to shoot. But I think if Dragic kills, it's gonna be Dragic versus what I call him? Dragic versus Danny Green. So I take Dragic. Then it's what's white dude name? Tyler Hero? No, Tyler Hero come off the bench. It's gonna be Duncan Robinson. Yeah, Duncan Robinson and KCP. That's a wash.
Well, KCP always hooping. I think KCP actually underrated a little.
Yeah, he plays hard defense. Yeah, but then at the 3, it's LeBron. But I want to know if they're gonna put Jimmy on LeBron. I think they're gonna put Jay Crowder on LeBron. To be honest with you.
I mean, I'm not really too concerned with like who's on who. It's just a not getting comfortable thing.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the thing though. So the Heat have always come back when they win. They always come back. Right. Like they always come down, whatever. Right. Not in the series, but I'm talking about in the game.
Right.
But the Lakers just got to step on they got to get on their head like early in.
Yeah, I was watching the highlights when they played that first time. The first time in the beginning of the season, and I think the Lakers won by either 2 or 3, and the Heat went up early in the game, and then the Lakers, battled back, and then they overtook them, but then Miami made a little short run to close the gap. So I think that was like just watching that game, you could tell like they're actually pretty evenly matching away. And then I was looking at it. That's the reason I was weren't concerned with the Lakers a little bit is because Avery Bradley wasn't playing at that time. I'm just saying. You can't I honestly can't believe they've even been playing like this without him. Like I think that
they still got LeBron, bro.
I know, and I give him his respect like that. I just think that I just really honestly felt like that was gonna make a bigger difference. But I think Rondo has been saving them.
But playoff Rondo is a thing. Like he said, he hates that name. But I told you that.
What?
He said he hates that name. He said he hates playoff Rondo. He said he hates that name.
My boy be hooping.
I told you that. I said Rondo, playoff Rondo.
Paul, every time he takes a 3, I hold my breath. I'm like, Rondo,
he
what are you
doing?
It though. I'll be like, Rondo, what are you doing? And then you look up, swish. You be like, when did Rondo learn how to shoot?
But the thing I say is it's gonna be between Bam and AD. But the problem is Bam don't know how to stop fouling.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Perfect. Bam don't know how to stop fouling.
And see, that was a very I think underrated point about how the Lakers dominated the Nuggets. They just came out there and said the first team to get the other team in foul trouble, that's pretty much who's going to win. Yeah. And then, you saw that in that series. Every time you looked up, Jokic had to go sit down. Yeah. Every time you looked up, Jamal had to go sit down. Like, it was like, y'all are really not even having an ability to be on the court. But really because you're in foul trouble.
But it's funny. They was complaining about how the Lakers went to the league, and Frank said that's not true. But the Nuggets and Lakers had the same amount of free throws throughout the series, which is
they said that what they actually did is I think they said there's a way you can submit something.
There's a portal online that every team does. Yeah, he said everyone does that.
You're right. So it just got taken out of context.
Yeah. I mean, but
either way, I think there is some validity to that. LeBron be getting hacked out there.
Yeah, they say he went to the free throw line twice.
I don't care if you don't like him or what. It's just like at the end of the day, he goes through the lane and they don't get the same benefit of doubt as like a James Harden. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, because James going to get every call. James is going to get 82% of the calls in the regular season, and they're probably like 65% well 70% probably.
But like I said, but the thing is, I'm trying to think of who would be at center because I don't know. I know they'll play JaVale McGee this series, and Dwight Howard definitely on the mission too. Because I honestly think Dwight will retire probably this year or next.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think he could play a little bit longer if he wanted to because he seems like he's in really good shape. But it would be a good thing for him to end it with a ring either way.
Well, nah, I mean, I don't. And like I said, they starting JaVale, but I don't know if they're gonna. I think they are gonna start JaVale because, no, actually, I don't think they're gonna start JaVale because they're more of a perimeter team. Like they got Bam at the center. They got Jay Crowder.
The Heat are a perimeter team.
Yeah. I'm sorry, the Heat are a perimeter team.
Right.
And they're gonna have Bam at the center. They're gonna have Jay Crowder at the power forward, and they're gonna have Jimmy at the 3. Yeah. So, I actually think they're gonna put AD at the center. So I mean, I like the matchups, but what you worried about? Like
I said, I always feel like I know a good team when I see one. Like it's all about chemistry. So when you watch the Heat and things I've seen about them, like outside of them being on the court, you can tell they really are friends. I didn't even know Jay Crowder went to Marquette with Butler. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know they went together, but I knew he went to Marquette.
They played together. And I didn't know that literally until like maybe a day or two ago.
See, the thing is, I want Jimmy to win. Like I got a Jimmy Butler jersey.
Yeah,
I want him to win.
I mess with Jimmy. I mess with him too.
LeBron's on a revenge tour, bro. Like the things I'm hearing, him and Pat Riley still beefing. I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron comes out with at least 35 and 11.
I mean, I can see that. I mean, I got this really weird feeling that he's gonna, cause it's 4 games now.
Yeah.
It like what the end goal is. You know where you're at. How many games you got to win. No matter how you slice it, the first team to win 4 games is an NBA champion.
Right.
And if you think about it, like I was sitting there thinking, like I think I saw the clip where he was sitting on the ground, LeBron, after they won the Western Conference, and it made me think about, because people were going at him like tripping about him sitting on the court. And I'm like, for some strange reason, I feel like he's just reflecting on the fact that the last time he was there, some crazy shit happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, the last time he was there and won, and then the last time he was there, the whole JR incident. So I think it's just, to me, he was probably just reflecting like, they said I couldn't go to the West and dominate.
Thank you.
I really felt like that's why he was sitting like that, because I think he was just like, they just ain't gonna never get it. Like they gonna give Giannis the MVP, even though that's nonsense. They're not gonna give me my props. Yeah, I lost, some finals, but everybody has lost finals outside of Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly think that we need to even stop talking about those two together, because I think that it's a really unfair thing, because I've always felt that there's always going to be that one athlete that just has this picture perfect type of run that kind of sets the standard. Like it's like the Jordan or Wayne Gretzky, or you got Michael Phelps who out there swimming like he a dolphin. You just like, this is not normal. Usain Bolt isn't normal. It's just like, and LeBron isn't normal either. But I think that Jordan was just, it was just a moment in time. You know what I mean? It was just a perfect set of events.
I'll say, what I took away from it when he was sitting down, it's like you were saying, he was like, well, I'm dialed in, and like, what more do you want me to do? Right. Like, I hear y'all talking. This for everybody too. Talking some LeBron go to the West. He ain't gonna get up the first round. Now he out of the West, representing the West, and they still talking.
Let me tell you something, Paul. Isn't it so funny how every time he does something like surpass what they thought, they change the narrative?
Yeah.
Like it's like, are y'all for real?
Well, he got AD.
Still. Even with AD, the Clippers are still the best team.
Yeah.
They're gonna beat the Lakers. And I'm not saying I fault them for thinking that because I thought. I mean, I still.
I wasn't on the bandwagon. I told you I was not on the bandwagon with the Clippers.
I've been rocking with the Clippers for a few years, so I just respected just their movement.
I told you. Y'all hear this, people? I've been rocking with the Clippers.
I got several teams that I generally.
Oh yeah. Admit to that. Tell me you got like 7 teams. So I got 7 out of what 30. So that's a good chance. Like
but I told you, it's not about trying to pick like being. Liking the team that is gonna win.
You text me all the time, and I'll be like, "Bruh, no,
right? So
let it go."
So
no.
yeah, if it's like, oh, last year when it was the Clippers against the Warriors, oh yeah, Clipper Nation, because I want them to beat the Warriors.
No. But you was like when you told me when old dude went to the Warriors, I was like, "Bruh, just it's not happening."
Well, I mean, I didn't think that was a good move, but
Yeah, but you was like, "Oh, I'm sick," and I was like, "Bruh, I'm not worried about the Warriors. They're not doing nothing."
I think at that point I was just sick and tired of Warriors. Like I'm just like, bro, like it's like they get to everything first, or they try to get to everything first. People let them get to everything first, and it's just like, how do they keep doing this? You know what I mean? But that either way.
But the thing is, with LeBron, they're saying, oh well, he got AD. AD's carrying LeBron. Let me tell you, for the people who don't know basketball, AD is only successful because of LeBron James. Like, they are looking at LeBron, and AD is taking advantage of that.
That's a fact. I mean, and see, that's where, the rubber meets the road when it comes to LeBron's dominance is that all these other players, it takes a special player to lead a team pretty much off their shoulders. Like, like Jimmy Butler has a good team, but everywhere Jimmy Butler is gone, it's clear who the leader is. It's clear who's like galvanizing the troops and like leading them in a direction. But not Giannis can't do that.
Yeah. Well,
Giannis, like really think about how crazy that is. Like Giannis is the 2-time MVP, ran in Defensive Player of the Year, and he really ain't leading his troops like that.
No.
It's crazy when you think about it.
He's just snuffing and howling and all this in front of us. Like no one's.
Paul, he's a 2-time MVP.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy, bro. This man can't even, bro. You're getting knocked out the first round. The only game your team win, you're not playing in it.
Well, they got knocked out the second round, but yeah.
Really, bro. That's really crazy. Like, I really think, and I think a lot of people were upset about that because I kept hearing rumblings, and they even alluded to it on TV that, they were getting a lot of blowback from fans. Like, this ain't even about LeBron. It's just the sheer nature, like. You giving MVPs out willy-nilly, clearly, because this guy's not even really doing anything.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
in the playoffs,
because that has to mean something. Yeah, well, that's why I said they need to change it where they need to have the awards after the playoffs or during the playoffs or something. Because because I told someone before, the playoffs actually shows your true colors. Right. Like Giannis sucks. Let me stop before that. Giannis sucks on offense. He is trash on offense.
And really, and at the end of the day, what you're saying is that, because I mean, the guy was averaging like 34, right? So the surface people will be like, Paul, he clearly can't suck on offense because he averages 34 points, and it's like, bro, that's not what he's trying to say. He's saying that when it boils down to it, when you need a bucket and you got to start getting creative, because it's all about your creative skills, right? So like Kyrie, right? Some of the highest creative skills I've seen as far as it relates to like being put in a situation and being able to just impromptu come up with a way to score the ball, right? And of course, Giannis ain't gonna be that creative like a shooting guard or a point guard, but he's not even able to he can't say I'm gonna post up and fade away, right. Or he can't say I'm gonna go down and do a spin move with the pump fake, and it's so Euro step. Fake little spin move. Euro step, drive through. Euro step, fake little spin move.
But that's how he got hurt. That stupid ass Euro step. That's how because he kept doing. I was like, bro, do something else, or you gonna get hurt. And he did it again. But the thing is, in crunch time, when they need a bucket, bro, he's like the fifth option. Come out here, set a pick, and then get in the corner because we're not passing you the ball.
That's really how it should be.
And I asked him, I was like, this is your MVP. Y'all are down 3, but Giannis can't do nothing. Giannis, he can't. I don't respect his game.
You know who really should play with him?
Who?
Paul George.
Hey, you can't talk about Pandemic P, bruh.
Pandemic P.
Hey. Well, I want to talk to you about that. So, they fired Doc Rivers, which I told you. I told the world.
Did they fire him or he resigned?
No, they fired him.
Okay.
They fired him. And I told you that. I said it before after they lost. I said Doc Rivers is going to get fired.
Right.
Doc Rivers, to me, is not overall, but I'm saying this season or maybe the past few seasons, he's been overrated, bro.
Yeah, I want to say we talked about that on one of the episodes.
I think we did, but we didn't know at the time he's lost 2 3-1 leads.
Well, we knew that.
But this time it's
that.
3 3-1 leads. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, because it was that Rocket series where Josh Smith, I think.
Josh Smith went off. Sad.
He should have been fired. You let Josh Smith come back.
Lighten that ass up.
Hold on. Just say that out loud. Josh Smith led the way of a 3-1 comeback against Doc Rivers and the Clippers.
He knows what to do. But also I say, like, Doc Rivers doesn't know how to make adjustments. All he does is just go out there and do what we did last time. I'm like, bro, that's not how it works.
I think another thing about the way he coaches is I think he banks a lot on having smart players. Even like that Celtics team, even though they of course had a big 3, or you could say a big 4 with Rondo. Overall, they role players were just that. Like, they were like expert role players. Like, they knew they weren't there to do anything else outside of being a role player. So I think he banks a lot on like people knowing where they fit in. And that particular team, obviously, it's a new team. So, but then think about this. Think about this dynamic for real. Like, I was really thinking about this. I was like, no wonder it fizzled out. Your leader, your main player, does not talk.
Does not talk. Yep.
Like, he's gonna stop himself just out of sheer awkwardness. You know what I mean? Like, they say he's a funny guy and all that, and I'm not saying he doesn't talk to some degree, but you can just tell, like, during a game, like, say in the huddle, and they pan to a huddle where, like, he's not like, guys, this is what we got to do. You over there, stop cutting this way or stop, switching this way. Like, he's not.
He did say one thing though. Did you see what? I think it was like 3 seconds. It was like 6 seconds left of the game. In the half. And what's the old dude? What's Bobby Shmurda? What's his name?
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson got the ball, and Kawhi gave him the ball, and Kawhi asked for the ball back. And then he went for a layup, and he airballed it, and then like hit him in the head, and went out of bounds. And Kawhi said, "I ain't give you that shit to do that. I didn't give you the ball to do that shit, bro." You didn't see the video? Nah. You can see it. He went over. He said, "Hey, yeah, Reggie, I didn't give you the ball to do that shit." Like, I'm dead ass serious. He said, "I said Kawhi." Kawhi said that to that man.
Wow.
But yeah, you made a good point though. Like, he doesn't talk. Like,
right.
And then you got Paul George there. Like, he's just, I don't know what he doing. Like, he wilding. He trapping.
You know what's interesting about Paul? I mean, I know he came out saying that he was, suffering from depression or something. And that's nothing to make light of. I'm sure, I mean, at the end of the day, they're just normal.
But he
people.
said he was back though when he started hitting. He said he was back.
Really, honestly, I think when a person deals with depression, like, it's never quite gone. So for a person like him, it would kind of explain, like, his inconsistency in a way, because it's like on one night, like, you rarely really see that on a literally like a 50% basis with a player. Like, one night you come out, you look like a top 10 player. On the next night you come out and you just look like some dude that they drafted in the second round. Like, you don't really see it. Like, most of the time people ain't really that flip flop. Like, it's kind of like they hover a little bit. They might dip down, but they gonna jump right back up. Like him, he just, one night he's on, one night he's trash, one night he's on, other night he's trash. Like, it's just like, I don't get it. Like, I don't really understand what the issue is with him.
But the thing is, like, I saw it beforehand. I told you, I felt the Clippers were overrated. Like, there was like Patrick Beverly, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Montrezl Harrell, Lou Will. We some dogs. I'm like, bro, right. no one wants to hear that. Montrezl Harrell, you're definitely overrated. Like, he's trash. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, I'll call him trash. I'll call Montrezl Harrell trash.
You tripping.
He been trash since Louisville.
You tripping.
He is trash. I guarantee. Montrezl Harrell, 2 Chainz ass looking dude. Montrezl Harrell is trash. I will stand by that. I will stand by that.
That's really one of my favorite players. Like, that's one of my favorite players.
It's you, Keno Davis. Keno. Like, I scout talent.
You want want Montrezl Harrell on your team.
No, I don't. He's sitting here, he flexing his muscle, his stupid ass mouthpiece in his mouth.
Hooping, though.
He ain't hooping. What was he at? What was he at in the Western Conference? I mean, in semis, where was he at?
I mean,
he was on the bench.
I'm saying
they needed rebounded. Hey, go sit down.
He's not a superstar. You know what I mean? So
I'm not asking to be a superstar, but he's overrated.
I mean, but
he's overrated.
Who overrates him though?
Everybody. Like my homeboy was like Montrezl Harrell. This I was like, dude, I don't like Montrezl Harrell. I don't think he's good. When I saw him in college, I was like, this dude's like, what's the old dude that used to be good? He played for the Nuggets. He had the dreads.
Kenneth Faried.
Kenneth Faried. I said, this is Kenneth Faried. Like, he's a hustle player, but he's not good.
Well, see, that's why I like him. It's it's just rooted in you always know he's showing effort. And you can't really you can not like a player, personally, but really basketball wise, like you always gonna at least respect a person that is giving you effort. I don't like Russell Westbrook no more at this point, but I still respect his effort, outside of that, he's an idiot.
No. So like I said, Montrezl Harrell overrated. I don't care what anybody says. You can give me effort, but don't be like I told you one thing. I hate when players do something. Here they are just flexing their muscles. Like Russell Westbrook, like you said. Montrezl Harrell, every time he scored, he flexes. I'm like, man, shut up.
But he be beasting though.
Sometimes he'll just get like a rebound and then he'll get a putback dunk. And Giannis does it. I can't. He does that little snarl. Like, get out of here, you bum.
We're not even gonna talk about him for the rest of the podcast.
Montrezl Harrell, I told you, I feel bad for Lou Will, but I told you, this is Kawhi Leonard's fault. No one wants to fault him. Paul George, your punk ass should have just stayed. Came to the Lakers.
But that's really what creates the narrative. Is partially just people having their opinion, but then partially what your personality is and kind of what you put out there. So like I heard, let's hit on this point. I was watching The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and what's the old buddy name? What's the old guy name? Rob Parker.
Oh, Rob Parker?
Okay, so like
everybody from ESPN.
Right. So I'm a big fan of Chris Broussard. Rob Parker, I'm cool with him. Sometimes he be going in on LeBron like Skip, and I just be like, y'all really just some haters. Like at the end of the day, some shit they be saying is objective, but a lot of it don't be. But they were talking about this point. They were saying that like people always feel like LeBron creates a narrative to give himself an excuse in case he loses, right? So like they said that when he went against Golden State, you remember how I think it was a closeout game and he came to the press conference with that sleeve on his hand.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah,
they were saying that was him trying to like show like, hey guys, look, I lost because my hand was hurt. I hurt my hand. I'm just like, why would you think that that's why he's like going into that series? Everybody knew that he wasn't going to win that series against Golden State. With a cast of scrubs. So what reason would he have to want to put a sleeve on and try to convince somebody that his hand was hurt? He wasn't going to win either way.
Right.
So to me, they're always like really kind of picking. They be kind of bullying him a little bit.
But I will say that I believe LeBron is dramatic at times. Like he is dramatic. Like think about when they won the finals against Golden State that time, and he fell and act like he broke his arm and all that, and then he just got up. I was like, why you do that then? Like it ain't that serious.
Yeah, I mean you never.
Come on now. Like I was like, oh, he's gonna be out till next season. And then he just got up and shot his free throws. I was like, all right, now he just being dramatic. Come on, bro. Like
he could have hurt himself though.
I'm not saying he didn't hurt, but the way he was rolling on the ground, he was like, my God, I just broke both my arms.
Maybe he thought so.
Nah,
initially.
Now, LeBron is dramatic at times. Like, come on, he is.
I'm saying,
but they do be bullying him at times. Like, they do. But sometimes I agree. I'm like, yeah, LeBron, like, come on now. You too big for that.
Right.
But I mean, what were you saying? You were saying, like, with Chris Broussard, and you talking about just bullying him?
Well, I was just speaking to just them having that opinion that he's always creating a narrative. So basically, they feel like, I'm trying to think, was it something that he said recently? Maybe when he said that the bubble's one of the hardest things he's had to do. He
definitely said it.
And I think they keep alluding to that's kind of him putting that out there.
No.
I'm just like, why y'all like what? How you just gonna arbitrarily just make up something and say, yeah, that's what he means by that? Like, it's just like,
because they said that from the start. Remember, Giannis even said this is going to be the hardest championship ever, for anybody. Like they said it.
That's how Giannis talk.
Yeah, come on, he do be talking like, I play good defense. I pass the ball.
Right. Oh yeah, he do talk like that.
But they said, because if you think about it, they said they've been in the bubble for 90 days now. There's nothing to do.
I mean, look.
Not everybody fishes, Keno.
Right. No, this is
Not
true.
everybody fishes.
This is true. But at the same time, it's like, bro, don't nobody want to hear from you making $40 million a year. Ooh, you got to be in a bubble where you still enjoy yourself and relaxing in Florida. You know what I mean? Like, I get why some people are tripping about that. But yeah, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you can't discredit their opinion if they feel like, it's a hard thing. They haven't been able to see their family. I get all of that. Maybe I'm just, I'm an only child, so maybe I'm used to being solo. So I'm just like,
it's a big difference. But I see the good and bad. The good is the bad is you're not around your family. You miss them. You can only FaceTime. Like you got kids. What you see Bronny Jr. out here smoking weed on Instagram. But anyway,
you see how they kind of left that alone.
Yeah. They didn't bring it up no more.
They were probably like LeBron. People sending a message like,
exactly.
You say that shit if you want to.
Exactly.
talk about that shit if you want to.
Yeah, exactly. But then I said also it was good for LeBron because LeBron doesn't have any family here. He doesn't have anything. So I was thinking like he doesn't have any distractions. Like, he can just sit there. He has no distractions.
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
go work out, go hoop, practice, and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, back to what I was thinking, I told you, I think the Lakers are going to beat the Heat. I mean, I won't say easily. Like, it's going to be a dogfight, especially if they come out here cold.
Right.
But if LeBron and this drama between him and Pat Riley, if it's what I think it is, LeBron gonna come out firing like how he did the last 5 minutes of Game 5 with the Nuggets. Like,
right. Yeah. I like I said, I have an eerie feeling that it's 4 games. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of been flipping the switch on and off. As we know,
he's been saving his
the whole
energy
season
now.
And even during the bubble. And I think that. Why not just flip it on for the last 4?
This is what I'm afraid of, and this is what I want to tell. This is my homeboy told me about this, and he wanted me to bring it up, and I want you to think about this. This is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of Anthony Davis getting hurt. Eddie Davis has a history of getting hurt, but
true.
I think some of it is fraudulent. And some of it is real. Like when he fell and grabbed his ankle, I thought he was hurt. He probably was hurt. Yeah. But throughout his career, every time something happens to him, he sits out.
Yeah, and I think that's partially because these new age players are so concerned about their ability to play long term and them securing more contracts and bigger contracts and stuff like that, they take that stuff very seriously. Not to say they shouldn't, but I think since AD is being a part of his first run, like deep in the playoffs now to the finals and with a chance to win a ring, he's understanding that, like, bruh, everybody's going to have a little ankle roll.
Yep.
So what? You going to not play in game 4 of the finals? Like, it's not even realistic for a top talent like that to even consider something like that. When LeBron roll his ankle, they be like, people hold their breath for a second.
He laces.
They look and he get up.
He lace him
up
and
lace him back. And he back on the court.
But what I wanted to say was because AD, like his whole career, I don't think he's ever finished the whole season, like played most of his games.
Yeah, probably not.
And my homeboy wanted to tell me, he said bitch assness, AD's bitch assness and his injuries. Like he was saying like he fakes injuries. Every time something happens to him. And I told him there is a difference between playing injured and playing hurt.
Right.
Like he doesn't play through his being hurt. Like he might not be injured. He just might be hurt and he doesn't play through it.
Right.
Now, I want people to give LeBron James credit for that. Because, like, I think if he wasn't on the Lakers, he'd be sitting out right now. I mean, not out the playoffs. I'm talking about just not playing at all. But what I want to say is, sorry, you know who on podcast. I can't go too far on that because we're talking about the finals. But anyway, I want to ask you this. I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me. Who's better, Anthony Davis or Greek Freak?
Anthony Davis. That's not even like a discussion. It's not even close.
Well, the reason why I asked is because everyone's saying Greek Freak should be MVP, this and that. Look at his stats. If y'all go look at Anthony Davis' stats on the West, he was dominating. He has the same stats as Greek Freak, besides he's on the West and he gets hurt every year.
I want to say that they showed a stat that said that AD is one of the 5 players in Laker history, I think, that averaged like 30 and 15 in a conference final or something like that.
That was LeBron, wasn't it? That was LeBron. He had what was it, 35, 15, and 5 or something like that?
No, I'm talking about average. Dude.
Oh, okay, average. Okay. You might
but yeah, I know which stat you're talking about. So I saw that too. But just to say that, like we said about the MVP, it's like you have to do it in the regular season, but then you have to show up in the playoffs. There's just no other way around it. You cannot. I get the whole regular season MVP and a finals MVP. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I get that. But there's still a disconnect because the player who should have won the MVP might not win the finals. So then they just out of everything. So, but at the end of the day, it should just be about who consistently plays the best ball throughout the whole year. And I mean, that was not Giannis.
Well, I mean,
Antetokounmpo.
I mean, the thing is, it's like I want to know who's doing these voting, because LeBron finally admitted it pissed him off that he got second. He should be pissed.
But it was the main thing he said he was mad about was how many votes he got, how many first place votes he got. He got 16, and come on, that's just some BS. Like, it's just like, I get it. Like, you watching the regular season, Giannis is dominating, dominating teams in the regular season, but like I always call them, the Bucks are nothing but the Oregon Ducks. The Oregon Ducks, they play fast, they win in all these games, but when they play Alabama, when they play that SEC, they ain't never seen nothing like that in their life.
When they was playing the Magic, they was like, oh my goodness, they're about to just go through the East. I was like, no, they're not. They're not going through.
No, they're not. But first of all, your coach has already done this before with the Hawks.
Exactly.
Got them the best record in the East. Matter of fact, I think that was a year LeBron won the ring.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Well, they were top.
They went to the finals that year. I mean, LeBron went to the finals, but that was the year Kyrie.
And
Kevin got hurt.
Okay,
that's when they lost.
So but either way, like, Bud has been in this position before.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's not a bad coach, but he's just like Giannis. He's good in the regular season.
Oh yeah.
But when he gets to the playoffs, he does not know how to piece it together.
But that year was flawed anyway with the Hawks, because they're trash too. That's another story. But that's the year Carmelo had a bad. He got hurt. LeBron had a bad back. I think the whole East was like hurt.
Right.
And the Hawks took advantage. But now I just wanted to ask you about Giannis and AD, because AD has been dominating, except he's on the West, and they just can't do anything in the playoffs because it's just him. So that's also why I think he should be running for MVP all them years. But it's whatever. I just get tired of being biased. But let's talk about since we talked about the finals. Like I said, you said you got the Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6.
I told you I might go with the Lakers. I'm gonna stick with 5.
I mean that's what they've been. They've been handling their business that way. I was really shocked that they beat Denver like that in 5. Denver was scrappy. I mean, they were making plays. I was shocked at some of the plays that their role players was making, but because nights where they were playing bad, some kind of way they were still somewhat in the game in a lot of those games. So I was actually shocked that the Lakers were able to beat them in 5.
It's been so long since we've been here, but I just been wanting to roast your predictions because you said you've been right about stuff.
I've been right about a lot of predictions.
I don't know about.
I've called a lot of these series.
Nah, you haven't.
If we go back and listen to the tape, I have called most of these series. Even we going back on Facebook.
I'm scared of them Blazers. What?
I just said I'm scared of them.
I didn't say
they was gonna win. I didn't say they was gonna win.
You send me text, you be like Pelican. No, you be like Lakers. I mean, not shit. Blazers in 4.
Yeah, that's against a team that's not the Lakers. Dame Dollar is still one of my favorite players. I'm still gonna support him.
That's
if
fine.
If he's not going against LeBron,
I'm supporting Jimmy Buckets, but I know better.
That's even worse.
What you mean?
You supporting the dude that's actually in the finals against LeBron.
No. See, you didn't hear what I just said. I said I support him, but I'm telling you what's going to happen. You be like, hey, Dame Dollar in 4. I'm like, no.
Yeah, against another team. I didn't say that against the Lakers.
I've been texting you all day. I said, who team are you on? It's Lakers every day. Lakers.
Right. That's the point. Yeah. When it comes down to who I want to win the ring, it's the Lakers. It's LeBron.
I've been hashtagging Lakers in 5 for, I don't know, 6 weeks now. Lakers in 5. Everybody laughed at me. Lakers go home. No, whatever.
Yeah. People were tripping.
All right, we're gonna get a little serious right now because I saw you talking on Facebook all last night.
Oh, okay.
About these 2 clowns. Let's not dwell on it long.
Yeah, I mean, ain't much to talk about, really.
Let's talk about these 2 clowns, man. What do you think?
I mean, first of all, it's Yang Gang all day. I keep telling people.
Oh, we're talking about Joe Biden and dumb Trump. Go ahead.
I mean, Trump showed up how we know him to show up. He was being himself. Like, exactly. He does exactly the same thing every time we see him. But it was, I'm not going to lie to you, like, we've already been embarrassed for Trump. Like, that's been a thing for 4 years or however long. But there's something wrong with Joe Biden. Like, I just don't really care what anybody has to say about Joe Biden.
I've been saying that for the longest, though. I said he has dementia.
Like when he is, if you cannot tell as he's like operating that like his motor is about to run out. Like he's like sputtering like a car that's like don't know if it's on or off. Like he's like in that limbo of like, I can't stay up, but I'm trying to stay up.
What you said? You said Joe Biden like he's about to go to sleep.
I'm about to fall asleep, but I'm trying to stay up. Like, like he's really struggling. Like he's really having a lot of difficulties, and that's really shocking to me that we can look at somebody like him, somebody like Trump, and really take that seriously. Where people willing to fight about it day and night. It's like, bro, like. Other people in different countries are making fun of us, bro.
What do you mean other people? You mean the world?
Yeah, like the world is looking at us like
the world.
What?
The aliens looking at us the ghetto.
No, like what's so funny? I gotta go back and watch the Truman Show because I think that a lot of it is starting to apply in how society is becoming. But when you think about it, it's like everything is just an upscale version of a reality show. So it's like,
Saturday Night Live.
so the presidency and the debate and all this, the whole politic landscape is like reality TV. And then like you said about the aliens looking down, like, what the hell they got going on down there? Like, it's like, even if that was true, right, that would just be another level of the reality show, like, where, like, everybody's looking at something else. So it's like, we're looking at our cell phone, the aliens looking at us, and whatever. But either way, the point I'm just trying to make is that we're just living in a weird time.
Man,
I'll put it like that.
I was dying laughing when he said, I brought back Big Ten football. I brought back football. I said, bro, we're in a presidential debate and you're saying this. Bro, I was dying laughing when he said that. I said, you're the president and you saying this on live.
It's just bad all the way around, man.
I mean,
like,
it was just funny because, like, I don't know if I told you, but I'm a big Bernie Sanders fan.
Okay.
Like, I really appreciate Bernie. I mean, of course, I can't believe everything politicians say, but I was like, he's better than Joe Biden, like, other than his age, but.
And like, I've listened to an interview, a pretty, thought out sit down with Bernie and stuff. And, I like a lot of what Bernie says.
You got into a fight with your boy.
Who my boy?
Tesla?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Elon for president. But Elon for president, Joe Rogan vice president. Dave Chappelle, White House advisor. So, my thing about it is this: it's like, first of all, we have to tackle this whole age issue. These men are too goddamn old, bro. They are too old. Like
Bernie, almost 80,
bro. one step away from the grave, and we are voting for somebody that's one step away from the grave. Like,
remember they were trying to get what's the name that was going against Obama?
John McCain.
John McCain was so old, bro.
Mr. POW himself.
Bernie Sanders is 79 years old.
79. How old is Joe Biden? Look this up.
Man, dirt.
He got to be like 78.
He's 77. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And Trump younger than
all right.
all
Let
of them.
me ask you a question.
Type
in on Google. What's the average age of, like, how old do men live? Like the average man, how old do they live? And it's gonna tell you everything you need to know about the fundamental first issue with this whole.
It's probably like 83 or something.
No, that shit probably like 67.
No, it says life expectancy for females is 81 and males is 76.
And how old is Biden? How old is Bernie? How old is Trump?
Bruh, trying to kill.
They trying to kill us, bruh. Putting these old ass people
Trump
in office,
74, man. Bruh. 3/4.
Bruh. Their expiration date is running. I'm talking about, like, they're literally like loaves of bread, and you check the date, and the date is the next day, and you like, should I eat this bread or not?
Bruh,
that's who we vote. That's who y'all screaming for us to go vote for, man. Y'all can save it.
Man. I was embarrassed last night. I mean, like I told you, I tell everyone, Trump is the worst president we ever had, but it is entertaining. Like it is, like every time someone sends me something that Trump said racist or does, I'm laughing. Like my first reaction is always laughing. I was like, I'm laughing because it's sad, which it is sad.
Right.
And he actually said stuff like he wouldn't denounce white supremacy yesterday. He was like, I saw today. He said, I didn't even know who those people were. I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, bro.
Right. Because he know if he say that one thing, his crowd, his fan base gonna flip like, what? Like, can't believe you said that.
You see, they blaming the mediator now, Chris Wallace.
Oh yeah.
They said,
people was going off on him last night. They were like, who's this mediator? Like, they should have found somebody better. I'm like, when it's Trump, it doesn't matter who was.
Trump was straight up disrespectful.
The only person that would have worked would have been like some black woman.
Yeah, Trump.
She would have went off on.
No,
him.
They said put Sam Jackson up in there. Samuel
Oh
Jackson.
yeah, Sam would have. Now listen, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Trump was straight up disrespecting that man. I mean, both of them. He just kept talking.
Say it again. Say it one more time.
Use that Pulp Fiction.
Right.
But no, man, it's just funny. And I saw you because you had put hashtag Yang Gang. It's bro, they just be ignoring everybody, man.
For sure. I mean, but it's just this. America. It's a comfortability thing. Like, Biden is even here just off of association with Barack.
Exactly. That's what I
like
tell
people don't really rock with Joe like that. They just. He was just a white dude that was cool, that was next to Barack. Like, oh, look at this cool white dude.
Exactly.
Like, he looked cool. Like, he for the people. Just like, some Bill Clinton type stuff.
Nah, bro.
I keep telling people, Biden was on them planes with Joe Epstein too. I don't care what you got to say. I don't care what you got to say. All them folks. He was on the plane. Trump was on the plane. Clinton was on the plane. I don't want to throw Barack on. I feel like Barack probably did the right thing, but
he's too cool, man. He probably saw all the white folks.
But then again, Barack could be a cold pimp. Like, you never know. you never know.
But I want to get your political view on this. So, honestly, we're only going to talk for just a few more minutes.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to be the next president?
Out of these two?
Yeah, out of these two idiots.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Once again, in a weird way, I feel like Trump is still gonna win. Because the more that Joe talks, the more, and they know that's a key point that they've been talking about the whole time with this whole race, is that Joe has tried to speak as less as possible, because that's the same thing that happened with Hillary. Hillary just kept talking to the point where you talk yourself out of being the president. You know what I mean?
I talked to my cousin about this, and I even talked to Nicole about it yesterday. I was like, I don't know about the debate, because it's easy to beat Trump, because Trump is a child, but Biden might say something stupid or off the wall.
But see, that's the thing. I think what Trump understands is that you have to stay firm no matter what you say. That's the thing about Trump. Even if Trump is saying a bold-faced lie,
he keep on saying
he is a car salesman. Yeah. he is gonna sell you this Mercedes that look really good, but the engine then blew out like 3 times. But he's gonna convince you that we've taken care of everything.
Yeah,
we've looked it over 5 times, and you gonna be like, he wouldn't tell me that just to tell me.
But he kept he kept using them trigger words last night. He kept saying China.
Oh yeah,
he kept saying Dr. Fauci.
I tried to tell you to close the borders from China.
I've never heard so many people say, my recommendations is at an all-time high. Like, I have done way more than any president besides Abraham Lincoln. I was like,
right. But he said it with conviction.
He said check the polls.
I see that's what I think ends up making people flip off of Biden, or not even like flip off Biden to vote for Trump, but just that could kind of have the election going towards Trump, is that when you sit there and talk with him long enough, you end up flustered.
Yeah.
As we can see last night, like Joe had points where he was mouthing, like I thought I was watching a Chinese movie, because it was like he would get cut off, but he would keep mouthing like as if, dang, I just got cut off, but I don't know what to do with my mouth.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep moving, like. So I think when you are up against Trump like that, it kind of just makes you look. It's just gonna end up making you look bad, no matter what you end up saying.
Yeah, but that's why I was saying like they were laughing at him when he was like, "Would you just shut up, man?" I was like, "All right, you fighting into what he wants you to do. Like he wants you to do that."
Right. We all know he's a liar.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, he got you.
I will say, Biden was about to fight on when he brought up his son.
But that's what I'm saying.
He brought up his son. He was like, "Don't you dare talk." He was like, "Which one?"
He said, "I don't know. I don't know both."
Yeah, he said, "I don't know both." But I was like, Joe was like, he was about to walk off the podium. I was like, "Bruh, don't talk about my son."
He's like, "And your son Hunter, he took $3 million from Ukraine.
3.5 million. And I was like, why does he keep saying
But the funny thing about it is, he probably did get $3 million.
but he kept saying it.
It's like, bro, what people don't understand. Joe Biden is crooked. His son is crooked. Trump is crooked. His kids are crooked. Bruh, this is just how it goes.
But that's what I was saying. Like I told you, I had like Bernie, but I was like, you can't believe everything a politician say because they just be lying.
Right.
But I've seen a lot of advertisements where the people were like, Trump has made every promise come true to life. I was like, what are you talking about? He's promised y'all this Mexican wall. Like, where's the wall?
Right.
Where the wall, white people? And it's just funny. But I just wanted to get your. I don't know, man. I'm hoping. If we have to pick, it's not Trump.
Right.
Is Joe, but I don't know. Joe and that dementia and all. I think he got Alzheimer's. He got something's definitely going on.
I really, if this is a thing where the Democratic Party is like, we just gonna use Joe Biden as a figurehead. He's by association. People think that if he gets to office, Barack has some influence. That type of thing. Then maybe I get, their blueprint, because they're like, okay, well, we're going to put him as a figurehead, but we're going to really rely on all these people under him to actually execute.
It's not
because Joe is not going to be able to go.
It's not going to be like the normal president where like, you're going to be the puppet. We're going to do it. No, you're really not going to do it.
Yeah, like you ain't doing a damn thing.
Yeah, like.
Joe, you just sit right there.
You get your wife mixed up with your sister. Yeah, you definitely going to have to chill.
But did you know Joe Biden has had 2 brain surgeries?
No, I didn't know that. That's why his head's so big?
Somebody had brought that up. I can't remember what I was listening to. I mean, it might have been Joe Rogan. And I went and looked, and it was back in the 80s though. But that don't matter. Yeah. But the fact is like, this man is clearly missing at least one marble. I'm not saying a bunch of marbles.
He
at least one.
He missed a lot of marbles.
Because he's off. Like if you
But you can just look at him like, I looked
like in his eyes, like it looks like the person he once was is fading away.
Yeah.
And it's becoming this new guy.
But
he's the old guy at the senior living facility.
It's just funny.
That's like pulling his balls out in the room. Like he was a sharp dude at one time, but now he's the guy who pulls his balls out.
Like, hold that.
Right, like seriously.
But it's just like when I was talking, because I was looking, I was like, why these white people like Trump so much? And then I looked, I was like, he's entertaining, and He's the typical white guy. Like he
Yeah,
stands in front of
basically.
you. He just straight up lying to you.
Right.
Like, he's lying in your face.
Right.
And he has a straight face and he's lying
Right.
to you. And I was like, man, y'all some idiots. Y'all believe everything this man be telling y'all. I'm gonna do this. COVID is at an all-time low. I'm like, bro, why are you lying?
If it was you, Joe, the death toll would have been 2 million. You know,
China, Dr. Fauci. I talked to, like, when he asked about the moderator asked about climate control. He's like, I just want immaculate water, immaculate trees. I was like, bro, answer the question. Like, what are you gonna do with climate change?
That's the funny thing about him. No matter how he says it, he's gonna say it in a way that's like he disarms you in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because what he's saying is not like, it's crazy in a way, but it's like angled in a way that's, is what he's saying, could that be true? Like you kind of second guess it. Like, he said this engine works, but he also said that it blew out twice.
see, it reminds me of like when I'm at work and someone asks me a question, they throw me off.
Right.
I just start lying.
Right.
I was like,
And then you kind of realize, like, okay, I ain't
that
have to
didn't
do all
make no
that.
sense. I told him I was off yesterday, but I was also at work. Like, so I was like,
Right.
oh, I hope they ain't recording.
Was that a trick question? Was that a rhetorical? Like,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
I mean, it's just funny, man. Like, I don't know. I just can't help to laugh, man.
Right.
Anyway, let's go back to let's get back to sports related, I guess.
All right.
Look at this list. So I'm supposed to roast you for all your takes, but I don't have any proof of that anymore.
Yeah, we gotta go back and get proof. Get some sound bites.
So the league is the NFL is trying to keep my Steelers from being great. Are you seeing what's going on today, Kinos?
I am not aware, to be quite honest with you. I'm in complete NBA takeover mode.
Your
right now.
Tennessee Titans. I'm just saying you're Titans because you're from Tennessee.
Right.
They had 3 players get COVID this weekend.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I did see that. So they shut down the facilities.
Yep. So they postponed my Steelers and Titans game for Sunday. And they're saying they're going to either play Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
But how do you feel about COVID in the NFL? What do you think they should do? You think the league's gonna last long?
I mean, I think they'll definitely finish. I honestly think at this point, like, I honestly feel like most people are not concerned with COVID anymore. I feel like the average person really isn't. Like, people still wearing a mask just for, more so for social reasons. Like, they don't want people looking at them funny, like, oh, look at him, he's not wearing his mask. But I think really people are like, it is what it is. I can't be in the house like this. I can't,
Well, I was only asking because I wanted to see who you thought was going to win the championship this year. But I know you don't watch
in the NFL. I mean, like I said, I haven't really been keeping up with it.
Just say that you're not the sports analyst as Paul Honeywood. Just say that.
No, I'm just not a big NFL guy. I mean, my thing is like, to me, obviously.
Just say the Falcons so I can laugh at you.
Oh, I would never say that.
Just say the Falcons.
The Falcons. What a waste of just a waste of money. Like, a waste of. They didn't build this new facility, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, for what?
To lose.
For what? You got a Mercedes-Benz Stadium with a Kia in the inside. Like, you got a Birkin bag with a $5 bill in there. Like, who cares?
Well, did you watch the game? Well, you didn't watch the game either.
I'm not watching the Falcons play. Why? For what?
So, for Falcon fans out there, y'all suck.
Like,
y'all suck ass. I laugh every time the Falcons play. I start getting text messages. Hey, you watching them Falcons? You watching us beat these sorry Bears?
Look,
you see us doing this? You doing that?
Look, I was telling them folks that back in 2015, Matt Ryan ain't the answer.
Well,
like, I'm not saying he don't have no skill. He has some skill. He ain't the answer though.
Well, the thing is that, and I want to tell this too to people, and I know it's gonna start a big uproar, but I don't see Matt Ryan being a Hall of Famer. Like, everyone loves Matt Ryan from Atlanta. Everyone says this. Everyone says, I'm like, Matt Ryan throws the ball. They're like, he leads the league in yards and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, because y'all be getting drugged every week, so he has to throw the ball. They say that, but I was about to get on a tangent about the Falcons, but I won't do it. So I keep telling you got to start watching football, Kinos.
I mean, football is cool, but I'm never gonna like it as much as basketball.
Well, basketball is almost over. You'll be over.
Like, because you know, football to me too is like, it's a fun sport, but a lot of the storylines be the same. I guess people can say that about basketball too, but it's like oh, what is Dallas gonna do? Dallas go 8-8. Oh, who's gonna pick up Antonio Brown? Nobody knows. Is he still suspended? Nobody knows. What's Tom Brady doing? Is he cheating? Nobody knows. Like it's just
like you said,
you know,
the NBA is like that too, though.
Yeah,
How far
yeah,
is Giannis gonna go?
Yeah, the NBA it can be like that too. You know, like I said, I like football. I'm just not, you know, the same type of fan about it. Where I got to keep up with it.
Keno's Davis. See,
I think it's because I don't have a team specifically too. Like I'm a fan of just players. Like I like Aaron Rodgers. I like Russell Wilson. Who else am I a fan of?
It's because you're gonna get exploited like I do you NBA.
Nah.
Yeah.
You'll never know more basketball than me.
You crazy? I definitely know more basketball than you.
Never.
What are you talking about?
Never.
Kinos, I know more basketball.
Never.
I know more basketball than you. How old was George Gervin when he played with the Bulls?
Who cares?
No. How old was he?
Nobody cares. George Gervin don't even have a ring.
Tell me. You said you know more about basketball.
I don't care about no George Gervin. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Who's the third highest scorer for the Nets this year?
This year, probably.
Look at you, about to lie. I don't know the answer.
Probably Joe Harris.
Nah, it's not Joe Harris.
Or Dinwiddie.
Oh, well, I was gonna say that they also said about LeBron James is he's trying to hurry up and win a ring now because KD's coming back, and I don't know why people keep bringing up KD and LeBron. Like LeBron's not worried about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant better be worried about Kyrie Irving.
Man, these folks are just hilarious, bro. Like Kawhi ring. He the fourth man to Duncan, Ginobili, Parker, Hall of Fame coach Greg Popovich. Second ring, he beats a Warrior team that's injured with Klay out, KD out, Steph hobbled. KD beats LeBron when he's on the team with Steph Curry, Klay, and Draymond twice. And Bron, second best player is George Hill.
Yeah.
What like bro? Do y'all realize Bron beat three future MVPs on one team? KD, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook on one team. Then he comes out, beats Tony.
You skipped the Celtics. He beat those three Hall of Famers.
He beats Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Rondo, and a team of great role players and Doc Rivers. Then he comes out 2013, beats Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, and Popovich on one team.
Yep.
What do you want from the man? Like they say, oh, he's been to the finals 10 times, but he's on, or let's just say 9 times. He's been to the finals 9 times. There's only won 3. That's called it's other talented people in the league, guys. Like just because he's the best player doesn't mean that he's going to be able to beat the best team. That doesn't mean that.
But you know, I found some more. I got newfound respect for Draymond Green. Did you see him talking on NBA? I
saw some of it.
He admitted. He said LeBron James is the best player in the league. He said been literally the best player in the league the last 10, 12 years. Like he was like he even put that over KD, and I was like, it's true.
Right.
And he was like, well, people say it's KD, people say it's Giannis, but no, LeBron James is the best. Like he is.
I mean, it's really no question about it. You know, I think people get caught up in, you know, people like to live vicariously through other people. I think that's why, number one, that people defend Jordan the way they do. Now, don't get me wrong, like I have Jordan as the go-to, but I think that a lot of people just like to think that if they were a basketball player, they would be Jordan. So it's, you know, they act like they got something in common with Jordan. It's like, bro, you're not the Jordan of anything.
Yeah.
You got more in common with LeBron. You didn't been somewhere 10 times and you didn't won 3 times. Like that's an average person's story in the sense of like, you know, playing the numbers. Like you're not gonna go to Vegas and win 6 for 6. Yeah. Nobody's doing that outside of just somebody that's just an anomaly.
But
like,
but also I asked my friend this too. and I said, think of, other than, LeBron James, think of your favorite player in the NBA. Just anybody. And just say, if he's been to the finals 10 times, would you not be proud of that? Like, would that not be a milestone for you? I'm talking about actually been there, not like someone who's just been hanging on,
Right.
Like, who does that?
And I thought about too, even though, most people probably wouldn't care, but I'm like, this is a real thing though, still at the end of the day. He has 3 rings, but that also means that if he's been to the finals 10 times now, he also has 10 conference championships, like 10 trophies in a case.
He's won
among 4 MVPs, among 3 championships, 3 finals MVPs, amongst rookie of the year. Like, it's like he has a full display for you.
Yeah.
Whether, if you only care about actual championships. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a prestigious athlete. Like, he has more awards than probably anybody,
but
in the league.
Also, this is only his second time he's projected to win the finals. This is the second time he's been projected to win the finals.
Right.
The other time was against the Mavericks.
Right. Yeah.
So that says a lot. That says a lot.
But people get caught up. And see, that's how he's actually the best player, because if he wasn't, people wouldn't be hating like Skip wouldn't be hating that much if he wasn't as good as you think he is. You know what I mean?
And it's not. And it's like, it was funny when I saw all these people apologizing because there was like, well, Kawhi Leonard's not better than LeBron James. I was like, we could have told you that. Like, they called him this big mastermind getting Paul George, and Kawhi really dismantled that Clippers organization.
Yeah, he did.
Like, they said they don't have a first round pick till 2027, bro. They said their first round pick are in 7th grade right now.
Yeah, 6th, 7th grade.
Yeah, 7th grade right now. Like, LeBron wouldn't do that while he's on the team.
Well, I mean, they took a risk. In business, you take risk, and it pays out sometimes, and other times it doesn't. And unfortunately, this go around, it didn't pay. But Kawhi tried to, kind of level the playing field by going to the Clippers, but it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, we all, like I said, he's never really, and like I say about Steph Curry and KD, you can say what you want. That's fine that they're champions. That's cool. They got trophies in their case. They really have not proved anything yet, because they really ain't beat nobody.
Yeah.
Like, you can't big Steph Curry up for beating LeBron, but he's doing it with a cast of some of the best shooters in the world and another top 2 player. But then you don't want to give LeBron credit for coming back 3-1 on a 72. Like, it's like they
that's the hypocrisy.
They just pick and choose how they want to. Skip is the master of doing that. Like, no matter what, like, how the Clippers lose, and you still advocate for the Clippers, talking about, well, if the Clippers were beating the Lakers right now. What? Skip, you sound like an idiot right now, bro.
That's just like they said, Kawhi went over there and beat the Warriors. He beat them themselves. And I was like, so y'all just going to ignore Clay towards ACL, KD towards Achilles. Yeah, y'all just going to ignore it. But LeBron loses.
And that's and Max be killing me. I mess with Max, but Max be saying stuff a lot like that. Like, Kawhi's the best in the world because last time I checked, he's the reigning Finals MVP, and he's the the player that led that team. And I'm just like, okay, I get what you're trying to say. Like, I get you trying to say that somebody has to come back and take the crown from him. So until then, he's the best. Okay, I get that, but let's not act like truly up and down Kawhi Leonard is a better player than LeBron James. Like, bro, they're not even the same strap. Like, LeBron came out of high school, bro.
Exactly.
And been dominating since day one. Like, it ain't the same.
I got Kawhi as one of my favorite players. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's not better than LeBron. Like, he's just not. Like, come on now. Like,
he's better at some stuff, and that was the point I was about to make when I was talking about Jordan too, was people fall in love with how certain players play. Mm-hmm. So, like, people love the jump shot. They love the turnaround. Mm-hmm. They love to, they love that. And Jordan embodied that. Kobe embodied that. A lot of shooting guards embody that. And I think that's what makes it tough for people to like LeBron, is that he doesn't look like that. Like, he doesn't have that pull-up three that looks, majestic. Yeah, I mean, it goes in, but it just doesn't look majestic. Like, actually, it doesn't look like Dame Lillard when he launches a three. You know what I mean? It's like, but everybody's not going to play like that. At least he can get the job done. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, it's like, Man, we got to get off LeBron. I know everybody like y'all still talking about LeBron,
Right.
But it's like I like Kawhi's game. Like I'd be scared if I'm on the court playing Kawhi because his defense is just immaculate. Like it's great. But the thing is, he hasn't reached that level. Like if LeBron had Paul George and Paul George was doing that, LeBron would be like, all right, I'm just gonna put it in my hands then. I'm just gonna do it myself. Because you obviously ain't helping out right now.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I just think that you got to be very careful about who you are trying to play with.
And remember, he wanted Jimmy Butler first.
Right, which we can see why he did. And I mean, I would pick Jimmy Butler over Paul George. Just I've always respected Jimmy Butler. He just he might not be the most talented, but he's gonna figure out a way. He's a very crafty player. So yeah, you gotta be careful.
So
because you'll end up getting knocked out by the Nuggets. So, and much props to them too, because I'm telling you, Jokic is like a center version of Ginobili, and Jamal Murray was out there looking like Steph Curry at one point. I said, "Oh man, this is not true. Good. This is not good."
But LeBron shut that down too. Though
4-1.
LeBron shut that down though. He said, "All right, enough of this. Enough of this."
Yeah, I halfway felt bad for Jamal when he was limping in that last game. I mean, I was happy the Lakers got the win.
This has happened in every series. I don't know if you noticed that. Every series, someone getting hurt playing the Lakers. I was like,
yeah, that's true.
I'm giving out. I can't do it no more.
That's true.
Game. Who was it? Who they played the second? Who they played the second round?
Houston.
Yeah, who was someone was hurt.
I want to say was it Westbrook that was injured for like I can't remember. But.
So who you think? You think Doc Rivers gonna go? I think he's gonna go to the Rockets. To be honest with you, if they said he's gonna sit out, but I think he's gonna go to the Rockets. Somewhere.
You know what, man? Like that would be one of the moves that you look at and you like that move is not gonna mean anything.
I think they should break up the Rockets team.
There's a lot of teams that need to get broke up. I think the Celtics need to get broke up in a way, like not like majorly, like you get rid of Jaylen Brown or Tatum or anything like that, but like everybody else can ride.
But think about this though.
To me,
remember the AD sweepstakes?
Yeah.
And then imagine if they had got AD. See, they would be in the finals right now.
Probably so. well, you might think so. But see, it's funny too because the Miami Heat won that series in 6.
Yeah.
So it's like, dang, the Celtics as the what, number 2 seed in the East? Weren't they number 2?
No, I think they're number 3.
Okay, 2 or 3, but y'all can only win 2 games against the number 5 seed.
I mean, but like your boy said, them dogs from Dade County, them some dogs from
Bam out of the bayou.
Bam out of the bayou, bro. If y'all know, that's Big Perk, boy.
Oh yeah, let me speak on that real quick before we wrap. Let me speak on that before we wrap it up. Man, hey, I done said a lot of things about Kendrick Perkins. I'm not gonna lie to you. Kendrick Perkins will become one of my favorite athletes. Like he is so entertaining now. Like at first he was entertaining, but it was like, dang, you talk slow, Kendrick. But now I think they told him, Kendrick, just go out there and just rip and run. Just be yourself. And now he just giving them the business.
Man,
like,
but he be like he say stupid stuff, but he be right.
He be saying some good stuff though.
He said them dogs from Dade County.
Them dogs.
He be like
Greeny.
Greeny. Them dogs ain't playing. I had to lock my door.
Them goons from Dade County.
He said I had to lock my door because them goons out from Dade County.
Right. Yeah, I'm right with Kendrick.
Did you see J.R. Smith had projected this finals back in February?
I think we did too.
Well,
we have to go back. I'm 80% sure that we called this early.
I think we said between the Celtics and Heat.
I think we straight out chose the Heat because I think we knew like this Heat team is actually like really good. I told you, man.
I respect Jimmy, man. Jimmy don't play, and obviously Jimmy wasn't the problem. I told y'all he wasn't.
Yeah,
the problem.
like anybody that knew basketball knew that like these teams are tripping. If they don't want to keep Jimmy Butler, they choosing Ben Simmons. Okay, we get it. They franchise players, bro. If Jimmy Butler is saying they soft, they soft.
Yeah, they soft.
Like it's just what it is. Soft. Like so, Karl Anthony Towns and Wiggins and all them like. Jimmy like I can't win with these boys. Like these boys playing.
Karl Anthony Towns was worried about Jordan Woods.
I can't be mad at that. I guess.
Like I make that face.
He trying to get to that red table talk. You know what I mean? Trying to get entangled. He's trying to be entangled. You know.
So yeah, it's gonna be a good one tonight, man. Like I said, depending on what I saw with LeBron, if he plays like them last 5 minutes of Game 5, it's gonna be a long night for the Heat. It's gonna be a real long night. And the Celtics were the third best team on the East. Toronto was number 2.
Right.
So if that happens, man, it's gonna be some problems. So y'all let us know in the comments. Let us know who y'all think is gonna win the NBA Finals.
For
Give us
sure.
your suggestions.
Let's hope LeBron comes out and handles business accordingly.
He's going to win.
So he can be big. So he can be big 4 times.
But you know what's gonna happen though? When he wins number 4,
It's a new debate. Yeah, of course the goalpost gonna move.
Yeah.
Well, AD, it was he gotta have a superstar.
I guarantee you.
He gotta have a
guarantee you LeBron James is gonna be the Finals MVP. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you. Bam and AD, they're gonna go at it. But who's gonna stop LeBron? Jimmy's not gonna stop.
Bam ain't gonna be able to do nothing with AD though.
I actually think they're gonna put Bam on LeBron, and they're gonna put.
That's a bad idea.
And I think they're gonna put Jay Crowder on AD. I can see that happening.
See, they're gonna pester them, but truly they too big.
Yeah,
they're just too big, bro. LeBron 6'9", AD. Like, and I think people. I think so. Cause even sometimes I forget how tall Anthony Davis is, because sometimes he moved like a guard. Cause I guess he used to be one, but like you like, yo, this dude is basically a 7-footer. Like
exactly.
This dude, like, cause some of the plays he makes, I'm looking at him like he looks kind of shorter on the screen. I'm like, what are you doing?
Because he been down doing crossovers.
Right. And then when he comes up, you like, oh yeah, he is 7 feet. Like he can just go right over you. Like it ain't nothing.
Hey, I think Dwight Howard's gonna have a big series.
They gonna need him though.
I think Dwight's gonna have a big series.
They gonna have to they gonna have to use him just like how they used him in the Denver series, like as a pest and just get under people's skin.
Playoff Rondo's gonna be out there.
Oh yeah.
He gonna be hooping.
They gonna get chippy. It's gonna be a good series, man. Like it's gonna really get chippy. I think it's gonna be several times where they have to be separated.
So you think gonna fight first? I think Jay Crowder.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Dwight probably trying to bully Bam, and then somebody else gonna step in. Jimmy gonna step in.
Jimmy's. I don't think Jimmy's gonna step. I told you, like you said, it's gonna be Dwight's gonna do something to Bam, and then Jay Crowder gonna come out there. Jay Crowder always wants smoke.
Yeah, I'm wrong with Jay Crowder too.
Every time, man. Chris Crowder. I'm gonna call him Chris because he loves Chris Crowder.
Right.
So, like I said, like it. What's the thing?
Like, comment, subscribe, share.
Damn it! Put us on Spotify.
We getting there.
Spotify and Apple streaming DSPs. We're getting there.
We're supposed to be protesting with Joe, because you know Joe is.
Well, no. See, we
gotta show Joe support.
Yeah, but baby steps first. I'm not saying get a contract with Spotify. Just get us on Spotify.
No, I feel
but
you.
and then we go from there, so we can,
I feel you, my boy. But
man,
yeah,
tell them, I see you talking on Facebook, Kinos. Now tell them, Kinos Davis.
See,
Facebook.
you know what's so funny, man? I know people be lurking, listening to the podcast, don't want to like it, don't want to share it. They gonna lurk just to see what Kinos is talking about. They ain't seen me in some years. They ain't heard from me. Don't worry about what I got going on. Just know I'm still cooler than you. I can probably take your girl.
Kinos.
I've been flyer. Like I'm still smarter.
Get on Instagram. Get on Facebook.
It's the most hated podcast. Your daddy ugly.
You go.
Your mama a 5. Like
you said a 5.
she wear an ugly wig.
You said your mama a 5.
She wear ugly wigs. Like your brother breath stink. Your sister ain't got no man. Like it's just like, bro, just tune in, man. Stop being a hater and just support it, man. Just support the real. You feel me?
And we out, man. LeBron, Lakers in 5.
Episode 11.
Lakers in 5.
57 11.